For 3 years, my mornings unfolded the same way. Coffee in one hand, quiet hope in the other. Across the table sat my wife, Hannah. Eyes glued to her phone, expression blank. Like a ghost of the woman I once knew. Every day, I tried. I'd reach for her hand, ask how she slept. Tell her I missed the way she used to look at me. Like I was the only soul that mattered. She'd shrug, murmur, "I'm just tired." And retreat behind that wall again. Tired. That word built the distance between us. I wasn't craving perfection. Just a spark of what we used to be. A kiss that lingered. A touch that meant want, not obligation. But trying turned into routine. And routine turned into silence. I blamed myself at first. Maybe I'd lost my edge. Maybe the long nights at work dulled me. So I tried harder. Planned dates, cooked dinners. Folded laundry the way she liked it. I thought effort could bring her back. Instead, she sighed and said, "Stop trying so hard. It makes me feel pressured." Pressured. That word gutted me. I wasn't asking for too much. Just for us. Still, I kept trying. Standing in our doorway at night. Watching her scroll herself to sleep. Hoping she'd glance up. Notice me waiting. Some nights I'd whisper, "Do you want to talk? Do you want me?" She'd roll away and say, "Not tonight." Night after night. Until rejection stopped hurting. It just became normal. And somewhere along the way, I stopped feeling like her husband. I felt like a stranger. Living in a house filled with her scent. And her laughter. But none of it was meant for me. Then one morning, something shifted. Maybe it broke. Maybe it healed. I looked at her across the table, phone in hand. And for the first time, I didn't reach out. I didn't ask. I didn't plead. And that silence, it was deafening. She noticed. Pretended not to. But she noticed. She waited for the usual. For me to chase again. But I didn't. I just rinsed my mug and left. That night she asked, "Rough day?" I shrugged. Not really. No desperation. No begging. I turned to my side of the bed. And slept facing the wall. And for once, she was the one left in silence. By the third day, she cracked. At breakfast, she set her phone down. "You're quiet lately," she said, not annoyed. But uneasy. I smiled. "I just don't want to pressure you anymore." Then I went back to eating. The air between us changed. The weight of my absence pressed harder than all my attempts ever did. By week's end, Hannah was different. She lingered when I worked. Asked if I wanted to watch a movie. Even reached for my hand while driving. Something she hadn't done in years. When I didn't react the way I used to, I saw fear flicker in her eyes. The irony. The love I begged for appeared. Only after I stopped asking. She had mistaken my persistence for weakness. But when it vanished, she finally saw what had been holding us together. One night, she touched my arm. "David, what's happening to us?" Her voice trembled. I met her eyes and said, "You pushed me away, Hannah. I just finally stopped chasing." Tears welled up. "I didn't think you'd ever give up on me," she whispered. That's when she understood. The begging was never about neediness. It was love. And now that it was gone, she felt the emptiness I had lived with for years. Days after that, she changed. She offered to cook. Complimented me out of nowhere. Even suggested a trip. Just us. But inside, something in me had shifted. I wasn't cruel, just calm. I didn't crave her attention anymore. I had learned how to exist without her closeness. And she could feel it. One night, she whispered, "I miss us." It was her reaching for me this time. Her kiss was soft, uncertain. Like she was afraid I'd pull away. That's when I realized. She wasn't just missing me. She was afraid of losing me. I didn't rush. I let her sit in the silence she built. "Hannah," I said quietly. "I begged for us, and you turned away. Now I don't know if you want me, or if you're just scared to be alone." Her voice broke. "I do love you. I just didn't know how much." Until you stopped asking. That was the cruelest truth of all. Love returned the moment I no longer needed it. From that night on, things slowly shifted. She touched me more, smiled again, looked at me when I spoke. And for the first time in years, I felt chosen. But I had learned something I'll never forget. Love cannot be begged for. Desire cannot be forced. The more you chase, the further it runs. But when you reclaim your worth, when you stop pleading, you show the other person the truth. You were the one holding everything together. So when people ask what changed, I tell them this. Nothing changed until I did. The day I stopped begging was the day she finally started listening.